We're going to start this off with a genuine reaction to the trailer. I've already seen it, but I'm going to watch it again. I've only seen it the one time, and it was a couple of days ago. I think I have to change my shirt. It's too noisy. It's too much scratching. Okay. Had to change my shirt. That other one was just too noisy. You know, I just hate a noisy shirt. Call me crazy when I'm recording. I hate a noisy shirt. Oh, I need to talk to my therapist. Anyway, here we go.
I'm looking for him. I'm gonna head north. You don't want to go north, not now. My wife is my choice. My daughter is my choice. My life is my choice. Your phone, you know what it says in Japanese? Believe a little bit longer. Thank you, Grimes.
Why?
You showed me I can't get away.
This is the most powerful military on the planet. I'm just gonna ask you a question, Grimes. Look in your eyes. Why are you here? Do you want to kill? Or do you want to die? Look in my eyes, sir. You tell me.
We can make this whole damn world ours if we want to.
My podcast is my choice. My review is my choice. And my opinion is my choice. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Walking David. I'm so glad to see all of you. It's been a while. I've missed you, but I'm coming home. Anyways, let's get started. The Walking David. The ones who live. So, a lot of people have been asking me about my opinions on the new Rick Grimes show, the new Michonne and Rick Grimes show. Am I going to watch it? What do I think about the trailer? So, I just rewatched the trailer. And listen, it has promise, okay? The reason it has promise is because it has arguably the two best actors in the entire Walking Dead universe in their own show, okay? And these are actors that people have genuinely missed. So there's that. And they have a story that genuinely needs to be concluded. So there's that. Because the last time we fucking saw them, both of these actors just pulled the ripcord and just parachuted right out of this fucking show. They just hit the eject button, they cut the elevator cord, and they just, they were out. At the time, understandably so. The show was kind of in a new grace period thanks to Angela Kang. And she did, for a brief amount of time, kind of save the show. I've heard a lot of people say that season 9 is one of their favorite seasons, if not their favorite season, because they just like the new feel that they brought to it. They brought a lot of good energy into season 9. They changed Rick's look. They changed everybody's kind of demeanor. They had everybody kind of working in almost this mixture of Civil War, medieval times fusion. And it was really unique. But the way that these characters left the show was just very, I don't know. It just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. I didn't know Rick wasn't ever going to return until the internet confirmed it, because the Walking Dead fan base sucks. and they just can't let people enjoy things with actual mystery. Every single person in this fandom that like goes out of their way to like try to spoil the show for other people because they're not going to watch it, so they feel like their whole life now has to be about spoiling it for people who genuinely want to be surprised and for people who genuinely want to absorb good television and just ingest it without any prior biases. Those people suck. Don't be one of those people. If you're one of those people, stop being one of those people. Most mature people go, that person likes a show, I stopped watching it, I'm not going to ruin their enjoyment of it. Now, arguably, there is a certain level of, hey, you're trying to warn people about how bad a show becomes, okay? I've warned people away from the last few seasons of The Walking Dead. If they abandon ship in season 7, I go, hey, you didn't miss all that much, okay? But if people are just about to start it or they're in season 3 or something like that, I go, hey, you could genuinely end the whole series when they arrive at the gates of Alexandria and be satisfied. And it's kind of like Game of Thrones in that way. You could watch the first 6 seasons, stop there, and then not even watch the last 2, and whatever your brain could come up with would be better than what the actual writers and creators of that show came up with. But here's the thing. I did love The Walking Dead. Is it my favorite show of all time? No. Was it? For a big period of time? Yes, it was. But I'm sorry. The show fell off. There's nothing wrong with the show falling off. There's a problem with the show overstaying its welcome. And when people are giving you a decade of their life, I mean, you had plenty of time to not overstay your welcome. You didn't have to keep stretching it out and stretching it out. All you had to do to get syndication, forever money, basically, for those people who are lay people who just don't know what syndication means for the actors and the creators of the show. It means that now, and pretty much for forever, they can restream The Walking Dead and all of the people on it can get paid indefinitely. As long as it is streaming, they're getting paid. Which is why getting to 100 episodes is so important. And The Walking Dead got to like 170 or something like that, okay? But it didn't need to. I think technically like season 8 was when they hit 100 episodes. Or something like that. And I'm like, okay, so they got syndication, great. Wrap up the story. If you don't have a lot of story, that's fine. Make it good. Don't drag it out. There should be no filler episodes. Why are there filler episodes? This isn't fucking Gunsmoke. Look it up, kids. This isn't fucking Gunsmoke and it's going to go on for 27 years. Nor should it. I know people who stopped watching well before Glenn even got killed. You know why? Because they noticed the repetitiousness of the show. Go to a community. Community turns out to not be what it is. Community gets destroyed by our main group. On to the next community. Community turns out to not be what it is. Gets dismantled and destroyed by our main group. On to another community. Turns out to not be what it is. Gets wrecked by our main group. Onto the, you know what I mean? Like, it just, they notice that, okay? There's nothing wrong with it if there is unique interpersonal communication between the characters. There's character arcs, there's character change. There's actual things happening to these people that we have invested so much of our television lives in. I mean, because the Walking Dead community, say what you will about them, but they are quite devoted, probably to the delusional extent, okay? They have incorporated The Walking Dead into their personality to where it is, they are The Walking Dead is them. And anybody who knocks the show is knocking them as a person, which is just not the case. If you are one of those people and you're watching, hey, shout out to you, you will get past this, okay? I know it doesn't feel like you will, but you will. There will be another Walking Dead that you become obsessed with, okay? Because what did you do before this show? Just nothing? You didn't watch anything? You weren't just like a Friends fanatic? or something like that. You weren't a horror movie fanatic. You weren't obsessed with George Romero shit. You will find another thing. So if the show is done and completed, let it die, okay? It's not bad for it to die if it has completed doing what it set out to do. But stop quite literally reanimating the corpse of The Walking Dead because you can't let it go. Stop it. What's the matter with you? Okay. Off my soap. The ones who live. Do I want the show to be good? Of course. Nobody wants the show to be better than me, man. I miss doing my Rick Grimes impression all the time. I think about it every damn day. But here's the thing. I just want the show to be good. Not even for my own, YouTube and TikTok benefit. I just want the show to be good because I care about these characters and I want their story to be completed and told well. And I think it is owed to those actors to have a completed story. As an actor, I support that. That is why I was looking the most forward to this show. I did not need a Daryl Dixon show. And I had no desire at all to watch a Negan show. Zero. None. That was the dumbest fucking idea. Dead City was a mistake. Okay? Mistake. But let's talk about this trailer. Okay? Andrew Lincoln is great. He is arguably the best part about this trailer. And I don't even mean that because it's well, clearly, duh, David, he's the main character of the show. That doesn't mean shit. I didn't get the same feeling from Michonne in this. I didn't feel like Denai Guerrero was bringing it. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like they did not showcase the best of her performances, even a little bit. They didn't even give you a little bit of her good stuff. Not one moment in this trailer reminded me of the moment when Michonne looks through the curtains of that house and Rick and Carl are recovering from the prison being destroyed and fighting the governor. And they're both completely weak and just broken people. And she sees them talking in the living room and her lip starts quivering and stuff. She is a phenomenal actress. And I want to see her do that again. I really do. I want to see her do that again. Bring us what made us love you. Okay? Do not do this just to finish the story out. That's what I want as the fan. But you as the actor, your job is to convince me that you are these people. And if you don't feel it, then don't do it. And that goes for you too, Andrew Lincoln. If you didn't feel like doing it, then don't do it. And if you did it and you didn't feel like doing it anyway and you just did it for the money, well, I hate to say shame on you, but you should know better. Okay? You hit syndication. You had your money. You made your money. Okay? You didn't need it. This should have been told for the sake of the craft of acting and storytelling. That's why this story needs to be told. Not to wring the rag to get a few more bucks out of it. Now let's talk about that for a brief minute. Somebody online somewhere, I don't know what fucking article I read, okay? But they were saying that the budget per episode was $13 million. Which is incredible. I mean, that's an insane budget for a show like this, a spin-off from a main show that is only going to be a handful of episodes. I mean, that's ludicrous. Luda and I went to the same Illuminati meeting. It does look like they are putting a lot of money into the effects, which good, because the last several seasons of The Walking Dead, I'm on the record saying this, they cheaped the fuck out. Do not use COVID as your excuse for bad special effects. Don't you fucking do it, because if you have one walker at all, it deserves your utmost attention. The last couple of seasons of the show, it looked like walkers were just putting on the Whisperer skin mask and then walking around. They didn't even connect it to their clothes, and the clothes didn't even look as disheveled. It just looked lazy, okay? It looked like they go, here's a check for your department. If you come in under budget, you get to keep the rest of it. And so they came in under budget, way under budget every single season. That's what it looks like to me. Or we squandered all of our budget paying for Norman Reedus. Because he was getting like $20 million a season the last couple of seasons, when he officially became the main lead of the show. Boy. Now, what was it? Like, is it like Terry O'Quinn, who played like John Locke on Lost? I love that actor. I really wish I remembered his name. Hopefully I guessed right. I think I saw it earlier. Terry O'Quinn. He will probably bring quite a lot to the show. And if he's the main bad or something like that, or even if he's a good guy and they're just portraying him as evil in this trailer, or like he's surly, let's say, I think he's a phenomenal character actor. I think he'll do a very, very good job. He will be probably what they wish Pope of the Reapers was. That's what he'll probably be. Pope was just like this amorphous villain, anti-hero, weirdo, religious person, and they didn't flesh that shit out at all. He was just like all over the place, just like that actor's accent during the show. But John Locke over there, I think he's going to bring a pretty good performance. I would call whatever he does believable. Or if to not compliment him before seeing it, let's just say he is a very serviceable actor. Okay? He can do a lot with a little. He did it in Lost. He could do it here. The biggest thing that I want this show to fix, and I hope they fix it. I hope to God they fixed it. I really hope that this show puts more emphasis on good storytelling, character arcs, and dialogue. Actual communication between two people. Dialogue. None of this fluffy duffy Gimple speak. I don't really like everybody talks in The Walking Dead like they're having an existential crisis. Like they're breaking everything down to its basic components and then talking about it like they're on mushrooms. You know what I mean? Every single person's going like, we're not them. They're not us. And for us to be us, we have to be better than them. That's what we need. That's what we've always needed. We were born to survive. This is not how people talk. This is like 20 fucking years into the apocalypse. Look at the show The Last of Us. They don't start every episode going like, look, Ellie, this is how we survive now. You know what I mean? They're not doing that. It's stupid. They only do it to a child in The Last of Us because the child is too young to realize how long this shit has been going on. Okay? But as grown-ups in the apocalypse, Rick has been in this for nearly 20 years. Even if the actor is portraying his actual age, he's in his 50s. He was in his late 30s when they started filming it. He is in his 50s now. Grow up. Stop talking like this. To the actor's credit, they do a lot with very, very little. Stop giving them so little, though. You know the expression, less is more? Well, to borrow a quote from Frasier, imagine how much more would be.
Do we really have to use so many musicians?
For the sound I want, yes.
Whatever happened to the concept of less is more?
But if less is more, then just think how much more and more will be.
Why give them so little? Why do that? For what? The main show is already motherfucking over. What are you holding out on? Stop blue-balling us. Stop edging us. Let it fucking happen already. You know what I mean? It's like this is nonsense. I'm getting heated about it because I just don't want them to make that mistake. They can so easily make that mistake, and I know that they've already shot it. Okay? And here's the thing. I submitted for this show. I wanted to be on this show. Not even just like as The Walking Dead and to be cute. I'm an actor, and I love The Walking Dead as a concept. And I love Andrew Lincoln. And I love Denai Guerrera. But I do not want to see their legacies in this show tarnished to make a quick buck. This is not the fucking 80s. We don't need to make things just because they made money. Use the money you made and make something good. If the Walking Dead story is done, let it be done. Stop putting your fucking stamp on things like not everything is a universe. Stop making it where everything's a universe. Some things are just what they are. And that's all they ever could be or should be or would be. Just stop it. Stop it. Imagine if they came out with another Friends. Okay, and they go, this is part of the Friends cinematic universe. And this entire show is going to star Jon Favreau because he was Monica Geller's boyfriend in season 2 of Friends, and now he gets a show. And now Paul Rudd gets his own show, and it's going to be on like fucking Hulu or something like that. And it's going to occasionally have Lisa Kudrow, but they got divorced because Lisa Kudrow doesn't want to be in the show all the time with Paul Rudd, even though they're very old friends. You know, that she's done with that, okay? She doesn't want to play Phoebe Buffay. She's 75 years old. She's done. It is exhausting. Stop recycling things that you can't recycle. I do not like that shows that do this universe shit, they make it to where you have to watch lesser programs just to understand what the fuck's going on in this. I'm sorry. If you watch The World Beyond, good for you. You get a bronze star. You don't deserve gold. Okay? The people who got a gold star are the people who didn't watch that fucking dumpster fire of a show. Terrible. Horrible writing. AMC, you should be ashamed of The World Beyond. Absolutely ashamed. Okay? I'm ashamed for you. Terrible storytelling, worse actors, didn't need to exist, and you tease that entire show as being a teaser for this show, for like what happened with Rick, and you don't even like say his fucking name. You bait and switched people, you lying shitheads. The World Beyond sucks. Imagine you couldn't watch Avengers Infinity War without watching Captain Marvel. Like, imagine if it really mattered. Like, you have to watch Captain Marvel, no matter how bad it is. Not only that, retroactively, Captain Marvel is more important than the Avengers. Because she's more powerful than all of them. It's like, oh, then why did we spend a decade getting invested into these fucking idiots? How come we haven't just had 12 Captain Marvel fucking movies? It's because that's not what you set up. Like, what the fuck did you do? Why? They couldn't even fix Jadis's motherfucking haircut. They couldn't fix it. They go, you know what? She's got these weird bangs. Like a French lady's haircut. It's like the most French-looking hair. It belongs in the Daryl Dixon show in France. But no, they just went like this. They put a bowl on her head and they went, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And they just cut straight around. They just gave this fucking grown-ass woman a bowl cut. And this actress probably loves it because I'm sure this actress, she just seems like she'd be awesome to hang out with. Just like when she's being herself, and she probably rocks the hair like spiked up and it looks really cool, like she's like pink or something like that. But in this show, it's like, what are you doing to these people? Why? Why? It's like if they made Rick fat. You know what I mean? They just go, hey, Andrew Lincoln's not fat, but let's just put him in a fat suit. And you go, why? And they go, people want something different. It's like, in the story. Not him to just look weird. Speaking of looking weird, a big part of this show that people just can't let people watch and enjoy is people going frame by frame and going, look, here's a frame where Rick doesn't have an arm. I'm pretty sure they're honoring the comics, you guys. They're going to take away Rick's arm. You know what? How great would it have been if that's the case? If nobody said dick before the show came out and we all just watched and went, oh, like that, like, and we just went like, holy shit, did he lose his arm? Like, oh my God, I didn't know they would do that. Do you realize that people liked shows more in the past than they do now? that there was like water cooler talk about shows that you enjoyed because you didn't have it spoiled. Everybody had to watch it the same time week to week, and if you missed it, you avoided people like the fucking plague. Now you just scroll on your phone and somebody spoils it. Now somebody who has AMC Plus spoils it a week before it comes out for you because you're saving money and you don't blow money on having a dumb subscription to a channel that has like 4 shows on it. That's another thing. If you have AMC Plus, good for you. Don't fucking ruin it for the people who don't. Okay? Let them fucking enjoy it. Give people a week or 2 before you just blow the entire plot out of the water. You know what I mean? Like, you're just... Oh, fuck. It's so... Why do we still have to talk about this? When it comes to spoiling shit, it should be regarded the same way you look at somebody when their phone goes off in a movie. You go, it's been 25 motherfucking years. Turn your fucking phone off. It's the same thing. If I was sitting in a movie theater, I don't care if it's even based on true events. I don't care if I'm sitting in fucking Oppenheimer and I go, a bomb goes off. A bomb goes off, everybody. Eventually this bomb's gonna go off. It's a dick thing to do, even if people know it's going to fucking come, even if it is based off of real fucking events. Stop ruining shit. Nobody gives a fuck about your spoiler TikTok. Nobody gives a shit. Stop it. And YouTube channels who spend their entire time dissecting every single fucking frame to then spoil it for the audience. I mean, like, you are giving these children who have no idea about the benefits of delayed gratification. You're just giving them instant gratification about something. And guess what? Every one of them will watch this show, and this will be their reaction the whole time. Oh, that did happen, just like you said. Hold on in a minute. In a minute, that thing's going to happen. Remember the explanation YouTube channel? Yeah, they're going to explain it. Oh, they just explained it. Well, it's exactly like what it said. I'm really glad I went on comicbook.com and read that spoiler article that just took all the fucking joy out of this. You know, like, it's terrible. I want the show to be good. I really hope it just wraps up Rick and Michonne's storylines. The CRM stuff, I'm sorry. I don't... You better, in this show, sum up the CRM stuff for everybody who never watched The World Beyond as if it never even existed. Remind people who Jadis is. Explain what the CRM is to people. Do not bring up The World Beyond like we all were supposed to watch that. Do not. I mean, I have repressed that like it's hurt my family. Okay? I have repressed that like crazy. I don't remember shit about The World Beyond. But I remember how it made me feel, and this is just how it made me feel, like going like, oh, fuck me. This sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it comes back in flashes like PTSD. You just see that girl with her staff with like her full face of makeup, the thick caked on fucking Sephora face. And you just go, oh, fuck. Come on. I want the show to be good. I want there to be good dialogue. I want them to wrap up the Rick and Michonne thing. I heard whispers. They're already talking about a season 2. If you are, get the fuck out of here. What's the matter with you? What are you doing? Why even tell us? If you're going to, let me ask you something. If you're going to do season 2 anyway, what is the motherfucking point in telling people? Because guess what, you guys? When you tell people that there's a season 2 happening, you know what you're going to do? You're going to tank your fucking viewership. Because people go, you know what? I'm not going to watch season 1 until season 2 comes out. So I can watch it all at once. And guess what? 2 years from now, you've already lost all your money. You need people to watch it now. You need your advertising dollars right now. Because you got 17 other shows you got to finance with The Walking Dead's fucking name on it. So you're going to tank your fucking viewership. So why would you spoil that? Why would you even tell me there's a season 2? You don't have to do that. The first fucking season of The Walking Dead is 6 episodes. Why? They didn't know they were going to get a season 2. That's why the CDC was the last part of season 1. Because that is a place to leave it. If you're not going to have a season 2, that's a good place to leave it. There is no cure, everybody. It's like the movie The Mist. It ends on a horribly sad note. And they just drive away into the sunset. Hey, everybody, our entire future went up in flames. The Walking Dead. You guys, you don't have any idea what... Let me ask you something. What happens if another strike happens? Actor strike, writer strike, in the middle of making season 2. So in a spin-off show, you're going to have filler episodes. It's just, you're going to be watching the Rick and Michonne show and go, how can we have an entire episode about Tara's backstory? Why is that happening? Why am I watching an episode about where Rick gets his jacket? I want to see him reunite with Michonne. Why is there an entire episode explaining where Michonne got her weird samurai stuff? And by the way, whose idea was that? I like the outfit, like the rest of the outfit, but the mask with the guard, that looks like shit. I don't give a fuck if it makes her safe. It looks like ass. That's a terrible design. Like, you see her without it, right? And she looks like she's about to, like Wakanda forever. You know what I mean? I'm sure there was some inspiration from what she wore in the Black Panther movies. Having said that, why do that to a character? Like, why? It's like The Mandalorian. Put a helmet on Pedro Pascal. I mean, it's kudos to you. If you are a famous actor and you agree to wear something over your face, you know what I mean? Like Judge Dredd, you just wear the mask the whole time. Kudos to you. That does take some fucking humility. To where you go, it's not about seeing my face. It's about the story. It's about the movie at hand. That's the important thing. And as long as that is good, then I have done my job. Kudos to actors like that. But that mask looks stupid. I hope she wears it for 10 minutes and then never wears it again. Okay? It looks bad. I hated that shot at the end of season 11 with her with the mask riding towards the horde. There's a couple of moments in here that just look like crap. The shooting, like not a grappling gun, but like a harpoon. She like shoots a harpoon at a walker. I'm presuming so that she can have a couple of them and kind of make the same entrance again, where she has like 2 walkers that kind of like walk with her, and she just walks in the middle of the herd. You know what I mean? It's going to be something like that, or they're going to have some imagery that evokes Nick on Fear the Walking Dead, walking with the walkers. You know what I mean? All that garbage. She's going to do some whisperer shit. They're going to be doing so many nods to things, which is stupid, okay? Like, stop doing that. Other shows can do nods to The Walking Dead. You don't need to do a nod to yourself. That's like me going, how about that reference I just did 10 minutes ago? How about me from 15 minutes ago? You go, I don't need to do that. Somebody else can do that. That's so up your own ass. You know what I mean? It's like smelling your own farts. Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you huffing yourself like this? Why? That line made me, I hate this word, but it is appropriate. It made me cringe when that weird squeaky voice actor was like, you know what it means? Believe a little longer. Shut the fuck up. You know what it means? Kombucha. You know what it means? Shaving a haircut 2 bits. Why does it need to mean anything? And why is Rick writing in Japanese? Are they going to have him speaking Japanese in this show? I mean, maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. It's also like, man, whoever did the artwork on the phone, these are just little things, but I'm sorry, there's a production team. Each episode has a budget of over $10 million. And it looks like a child drew it. But it's like a child drew it in perfect Fallout 76 graphics. Like clip art. It's like if a kid drew clip art. And you go, what the fuck is this? Like Mr. Potato Head? What is that, a Weeble Wobble? Hey, look, it doesn't fall down. I mean, like, it's like, what the fuck is it? What is that? Why does it have to? Why couldn't it be more scuffed up? Why did it have to look so fucking perfect? It looks like he didn't make any mistakes. Are we gonna have like a whole episode showing him like practicing in wood and in his cell block or something like that? Consignee Grimes, we need you. Hold on. I'm almost done doing the dreadlocks. You know, dreadlocks are my choice. Drawing's my choice. And whether or not I stop is my... Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, what? I don't know. Yeah, some of the special effects look good, okay? You got some walkers on fire. There's a lot of walkers on fire. I don't hate it. It seems like all of the shows realize that walkers on fire is kind of a cool idea at the same time, because they did it in The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. They're doing it in this one. They did it in Dead City. Everybody's on fire. Everybody's on fire. I don't hate it. I mean, I really don't. To me, it just feels like this show is trying to clamor already for credit that it doesn't deserve, or shit that it hasn't earned. The goodwill that you have is you are continuing a show with two beloved characters that people really, really want to see. That's the goodwill you have. But your obsession with showing the CRM logo everywhere, you could have showed that entire trailer without showing it, and then have it pop up in the background like it does at the very end in that last shot where it's clearly Rick in a CRM outfit, and you just see it on like a helicopter in the background. That's all you needed. One time. One time. Because listen, man, trailers are meant to grab your attention, but they're not meant to reveal too much. You know what I mean? And this is called a first look trailer, so it's really not meant to reveal too much. Just tease a few faces that we might see, have some better dialogue over it, have one conversation over the entire thing. Because let me tell you something, a teaser of just Rick on that bench talking to Quinn or whatever, that actor, Terry O'Quinn or John Locke. Rick Grimes talking to John Locke. You show me 20 seconds of that, and then he just has the little CRM logo on his hat, but the conversation is kind of intriguing. Like, let me ask you something, Grimes. Are you ready to do this? Look in my eyes, sir. There's some good shots in there. The helicopter shots kind of give an Apocalypse Now sort of vibe. The CRM looks a little bit like the Soldiers from the Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. I don't mind some of the visuals. And it does look like they're going for a more clean, cinematic look. That's not really the look that I prefer with The Walking Dead. I kind of prefer the first, 5-6 seasons when they were shooting on film. And it had that grainy sort of look because it felt apocalyptic. If I had to give a number grade to this trailer, I'd kind of give it what I gave the Daryl Dixon trailer. I'd give it about a 7.5. I'd take off points because of the cheesiness of some of the dialogue and some of the practical artwork that they have, like the phone and everything. The hyper obsession with the CRM logo as if that is going to be a thing. Like, they're really trying to force that to being a thing. And it's like, stop trying so hard and maybe it'll become a thing. But you don't have to tell people you're going to want this shirt. You're going to want a CRM shirt. Just let people like what they like, and then they will let the audience dictate. Okay? You're trying to do the Star Wars thing. You're trying to sell merchandise before you even have a show. And that's arrogance. That's arrogance. There is potential. And I'll react more to more trailers that get released. And maybe I hope to react and review every episode. But you know me. I'm an actor. I'm a filmmaker. I work full-time, both doing that and full-time work. Okay? And it's hard to make a lot of time. Because however long I take to record this, like this, I've been recording for the last hour of just me talking. And it'll take 3 to 4 times whatever it takes me to record to edit it and get it out there. Plus, then it's going to take an hour for it to upload. It's a time-consuming thing. So, I'm going to do my best. Worst case scenario, I review the entire season in one big podcast episode, just like I did with Dead City. That's the worst case. Best case, I review every episode week to week. That's best. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this episode of The Walking David. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Thanks, you guys. Oh, I need to talk to my therapist. Anyway, here we go.